Welcome back to the Post Up Podcast, episode 28. My name's Halen, and I'm joined, as always, with Owen.
Hello.
That was really loud. So, this episode, like most episodes this season, is going to start with an awful rant of Philly. I've actually watched a Philly game this week, so I can join in with this.
But you only watched one half of a game that we did actually win.
It was enough.
But to be fair, that half of basketball was basically what we've been like. Against the Nets, by the way. The first half was like, it was bad. I'll let you start with Philly.
Wow. Wow.
This is the first time you've watched us play
in a
long time.
Wow.
So, what's your thoughts on how bad we are?
So, from going from my excellent OKC team,
I would agree. Very good.
A very, very nice. We can kind of like talk about each other's weeks.
Because I did watch
you
the
watched
OKC
one of our games, and I watched one of your games. It's like watching a bunch of players that are not teammates.
That puts it perfectly, actually.
I want to see what I said. I'll be scrolling for a while.
For a while. This was over a week ago.
Yeah. So the Nets game, to sum it up, well, not in one sentence, but looking through back what I said to you, Joel started brightly. Well, Philly started brightly. It looked good to start with. Joel made like 3 shots at the start.
I'd say the first 6 minutes were good.
Yeah, they were difficult shots as well. As I said, I don't know, he's making half these shots. So at the start, I was like, it was like, oh, this looks like it might be a good game to watch. See Philly actually playing well, and then it all went downhill rather quickly with an awful. What was it?
It was 44 to 8 in the end.
44 to 8 run from
which,
the
according to
Nets.
Reddit, which you can't trust, that was the second worst run ever. The next worst was 40 to 4.
Well, you can trust Reddit.
You can trust Reddit. We never know. So we could have had the second worst streak ever in the game.
Yeah, you often say that when Ben Simmons does. Obviously, Ben Simmons is practically dead. We probably should mention that at the beginning. Ben Simmons is literally dead. He's back injury. They're reevaluating him in 2 weeks. He's out indefinitely.
Yeah,
it's not good. Season's
we're
over.
on the ropes.
Yeah, so obviously Ben didn't play against Brooklyn. So when that happens, everything goes for Embiid. And when Embiid's not playing well, there's no offense at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you're playing at the moment, there's no really much defense either. So, yeah. So I was basically saying that the Nets really need a player that can run some sort of... no.
They are the Nets.
Yeah, no, but I meant to say Philly.
Right.
Need a player that can, like, kind of run offense when... Because Neto was your backup point guard. Nope, he was awful.
Well, we had a good backup point guard, Trey Burke, but we got rid of him for some reason. Not very smart, but yeah, with Ben out, we got no one.
Yeah, this game, like, showed... Because obviously you go on quite a lot about how Embiid's the problem, not Ben, and not Brett Brown. And obviously Brett was getting... Well, the whole team was getting booze.
Brett is like... I'm starting to think he might have some sort of problem. Yeah, contribute in some way.
Yeah, but that game showed that Philly cannot play without Ben Simmons.
Yeah, we just can't. Because at the end of the day, he's one of the best defenders in the league and one of the best playmakers. And when he's out of your team, you've got no one.
Yeah. Was it. What annoyed me about Embiid was the lack of effort.
Yeah, I'm sure I've told you many times.
But actually watching him and watching the Nets shoot and the rebounds going like slightly to his left and he just leaves them.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't come from a team. I come from watching a team who used to have Russell Westbrook, who would chase down every single rebound. There wasn't one rebound that we wouldn't catch. Like, there was a player wouldn't let the ball bounce away. And even in this Oklahoma City team now, Oklahoma City? Who the hell's that? Yeah,
yeah, that's what they're called. Bro, that's your own team.
Even this OKC team, like SGA's chasing down rebounds. Like, everybody wants a rebound. I'm watching Embiid play and how tall he is, and he's just letting rebounds just go to the side, letting them bounce. He does get a good amount of rebounds in games, so it's not even like...
But I think that's just a byproduct of being tall.
Yeah, he could get so much more.
But Embiid had a horrific first half. We didn't try, but the second half he did try. And he ended up putting up 39 and 16. And in overtime, he did carry us. He basically did carry us.
You won 9-1 in overtime, didn't you?
Yeah, we dominated them. So it was kind of promising. But if you did watch the full game, you would have seen the two ends of the spectrum.
No, I saw the bad
You
end.
saw the bad half,
That's what I was
which is-
happy enough with that.
Like way even worse than that on the road.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well, he wouldn't like work on defense, but then he would demand the ball on offense and then wouldn't pass it and would try and bully his way through. So it's like all he cares about was getting the points. He doesn't care about doing the defense for the team.
Someone on Reddit again put it perfectly. The typical Sixers offense without Ben Simmons, it takes Embiid about 10 seconds to get into position. So already we're down to 14 seconds. They give it to him in the post. He'll spend 5 seconds looking. Then he spend 5 seconds backing someone down. Then the double team comes with 2 seconds left on the clock, and he'll just throw it anywhere.
Oh yeah,
That's our typical offense.
Yeah, I did notice that as well. Double teams is the easiest way to defend Joel Embiid.
Yeah, because he can't pass.
But it's just like there might be an open man there, and he won't pass it until the double team comes.
Or if he passes it to Al Horford with 2 seconds left on the clock, he'll pump fake. Why would you pump fake?
Yes, to make sure you get the clean shot.
And then you'll give it to Toby, and Toby will just hold the ball.
Or miss. Don't get me started on Tobias Harris.
Stand him.
I've not watched many Tobias Harris games. I've only ever watched him for Philly. I probably have watched him for the Clippers, just don't remember, because that's the sort of player he is.
He had a good half a season.
Yeah, but I've watched the games where they've played against. Well, Philly have played OKC, and I've watched the game against the Nets. I don't know why this man's a basketball player. He can't shoot. Doesn't really do much defensively.
Nothing defensively.
He doesn't get assists. He doesn't get loads of rebounds. He just shoots not even bad shots. He'll shoot a good shot and he'll just clank off the rim. Tobias Harris is awful, and him and Embiid should leave in the summer.
Ooh.
Get rid of him. The one thing I hate the most in sport is when people don't try.
Yeah, and being in Philadelphia, you have to try, or the fans will boo you.
Yeah.
I think was that the Brooklyn game where they got booed? Yeah, because they went on that 44-8 run. And the fans booed them, and rightly so. Because people say the Sixer fans are the worst for booing us, for booing the team.
I mean, if you're watching
it works though.
Yeah.
It works. Like literally, we booed Embiid, and he had a 49-point game coming up.
I feel like as well the people who are saying the Philly fans are the worst fans, they're not watching the game.
Yeah.
They're not watching the game. If I just saw, they're booing them again. But if you watch the game, I'm booing them as well. I'm not even I don't care if Philly win or lose. Sorry.
I just swear a lot when I watch the Sixers. Mainly at Toby and Embiid.
Yeah. But I'm watching it, I'm just I feel like booing because it's just lack of effort. Dreadful. But you did win that game.
Somehow.
And there was 3 more games in the week for you, so.
Obviously, Milwaukee followed that up away.
I was going to watch that game, but didn't.
I already accepted the fact that we were going to lose. Because I thought Ben wasn't going to play. Obviously, being injured, he shouldn't have played. And Ben is like an Iron Man. He's never injured. Never gets injured. So when he's hurt...
Except now when he's injured.
So when he gets hurt and feels pain, you know it's real pain. So if you're a smart person, a doctor should be smart. Our doctors are not smart. No. They played Ben, and he lasted 5 minutes, and he had to leave. And now, who knows how long he's going to be out for. So we played against the best team in the league without our best player, and Embiid, he shot 5 of 17. And again, he didn't try defensively. And it's just, this is the Embiid which I can't stand. And I'm sure if you ever watched Embiid play away?
No. Well, away to OKC probably, yeah.
How did he do that game?
I don't remember. There's too many games in an NBA season to remember each individual score from every game.
Yeah, anyway, Embiid, please just try. And so the next game against Atlanta where he scored 49 points, 14 rebounds, to me, that means nothing. Because why couldn't you do that the game before? Or at least show that same sort of effort and commitment. It's Atlanta. They got no centers. They got no defense. Well done. You're meant to be bullying the smaller teams.
It's like he needs somebody to tell him he's rubbish for the players, the fans booing him.
He knows he's rubbish.
Or Shaq or Charles going at him.
Every post-game interview, he says, "I need to be better. I need to be more aggressive." And the next game away from home, he does nothing. Against Cleveland in our most recent game, in the first quarter, he had 1 shot. Al Horford had 5.
Big Al.
And who's Cleveland centers? Tristan Thompson, who's 6'8". Embiid is 4.
He's taller than 6'8".
6'9" maybe on a good day.
6'10".
No, he's not even that tall.
Yeah, he's got to be that tall.
He's stumpy.
He's got to be that tall.
Embiid should just dominate him. I just don't understand why Embiid doesn't carry that same energy on the away games. I mean, you could say that about all of our team apart from Ben. Ben is literally the only player who tries.
And Furkan, don't forget Furkan.
Have you seen the splits from home games? Home games he shoots 45% from 3. Away games he goes down to like 25.
Jesus.
Same with Matisse.
Why are you so bad away?
It's a mental thing. It's like, it's got to the point now where I think we're genuinely scared to play away. So, I think we're screwed.
I get that it is different playing against a crowd that isn't your own fans cheering you on. But at the moment, Philly, your fans ain't cheering you on either. They're booing you. But like, what?
It works though when we boo them.
The away fans are gonna be booing them as well. Though. What's the difference of playing to the home
I feel like
away?
when Philly fans boo them, or like even just being at Wells Fargo Centre, I feel it gives the players some sort of energy where they want to put on a show for the home fans. And when we go on the road, there's not that same energy. It's like, I feel now they're like, oh, here we go again. Here's another away game.
It's a bad mentality. I never understand why teams get affected by.
Well, we always used to be good away. Like, we could play away to Denver, and they'd be like, oh, we could get a result by here. But yeah, staying on the Cleveland game, Embiid is gone.
The team is slowly falling.
Have you ever heard of Ante Zizic?
I have, yes.
A third-string centre for one of the worst teams in the league. He comes into the game, all cocky. He hits a hook shot over Embiid. And he goes down the other end and just breaks his shoulder. Why? There's no need for that. Well, maybe you want to try win the game, which they did in the end, to be fair.
Second time you've lost to Cleveland this year.
I don't want to talk about it, really. But then,
17 wins on the season they've got.
So when your two best players are out, Simmons and Embiid...
I mean, Shake Milton's still playing. I see you're your second best player.
You'd like to think the guy you spent $180 million on, Tobias Harris, you'd like to think he'd have the decency to step up and try. Because what did I predict to you during the game? Did I say, I think, I can't wait to watch
Toby shoot awful.
16 of 18 for like 13 points or something? He ended 4 of 13 on 11 points.
Very close.
Very close.
You get no points for being close, though.
Unfortunately.
No points in my book.
So again, Toby failed. Again.
Yeah. Don't know why he's a basketball player. Honestly, can't tell you.
It was one thing. It was going around Twitter where people were finally slandering Toby. He deserves it, by the way. Finally, it's come to the point where people are slandering him. He had a mismatch with Ante Zizic guarding him. He did one dribble, passed the ball away to Shake. Shake passed it back to Toby. Toby went to drive and then passed it away again. And then Shake went, no, you've got a centre on you. You take the ball. So Toby ended up driving and then airballing a floater. That's our offense.
Oh, God.
It's just so, like, miserable to watch. And also, so, you know we traded for Glenn Robinson and Alec Burks.
Which you said was a great trade because you got some shooters.
Because, yeah, we traded for them because they're both 40% shooters. So since joining us, Burks has shot 5 of 18 from 3, 28%. And then Glenn Robinson, the third, 0 for 9. Which, what percentage is that? 0 for 9? 0%.
Somebody passed their maths GCSE.
He hasn't even hit 1.
Surely you could hit 1.
He's had, and most of these attempts, wide open. He just can't hit any. Like, is this some sort of curse? Like, you come to Philadelphia and you can't shoot, or is that down to the coach?
It's that damn process, that's what it is. It's that damn process that you keep trusting in.
Now, Adam Silver ruined us by forcing us to get, I can't,
Why is it Adam Silver's fault?
Because, do you know Sam Hinkie, the guy who saved us?
I'm aware of this guy,
He forced him out, and he forced, have you heard of Brian Colangelo?
No.
You haven't? So, his father, Jerry Colangelo, is like seen as a basketball god, even though he's never won a championship
like
because he's fucking useless.
Like Thon Maker.
Yeah, basically, both gods. So he forced him into our team, and then he hired his son, Brian, who, you know the Twitter scandal where he had all the fake accounts?
Like KD?
Yeah, but he had 5 fake accounts and then blamed it on his wife. And he would be slandering Embiid on these accounts.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so then he resigned.
The opposite of KD.
Yeah, he would slander his own team.
That's a good coach.
So that's the guy, the commissioner of the NBA, put in charge of us. And ever since then, it's been downhill. Since he came in, we've wasted all our money on Tobias Harris and Al Horford. We traded assets including Jason Tatum, to get Markelle Fultz.
Well, Fultz is good now.
You see, you can't even shoot still.
Yeah, but he's doing all right.
Compared to Jason Tatum?
Yeah, but different breed, didn't he, Tatum? Different breed.
He was ours, and we traded him for Markelle Fultz. we're such a poorly run team, and our owners. Don't even get me started on our owners. Let's just go into OKC.
The moral of the story is never trust the process.
Moral of the story: Philly bad.
Philly bad, no trust process. Talking about a good big muscle men strong team with lots of lovely teamwork with Daddy Paul in charge.
Pause.
Dream pause.
Nah, play.
Rewind. Daddy Paul in charge. Oklahoma City Thunder.
What a team.
Wow. What do you want to start? What game did you watch?
Well, I watched the Denver game.
Watched the Denver
I
game.
only watched the fourth quarter because I was up and
the best quarter to watch.
I didn't feel like sleeping, so I tuned in to watch.
Yeah, the best quarter to watch. If you ever want to go and watch an OKC game, just turn it for the fourth quarter.
I would agree.
'Cause that's when it gets interesting. Because we never blow any teams out, but we'll blow them out in the fourth. Unless you're like a below 500 team, then we'll scrape 2 points against you.
So I saw it was a close game in the fourth, and I thought, let's tune in to see what they're all about. And I left that game being very jealous because I just witnessed a team play actual basketball. And,
real life basketball.
And actually run a proper working offense in the fourth quarter. Well, I'm so used to seeing us throw the ball to Embiid and him turn the ball over. I saw a point guard actually hit shots in the fourth quarter, being Chris Paul. What a guy.
Talking about that fourth quarter, we outscored them 35-24.
Chris Paul just went mad. I suppose he does it every game.
Chris Paul went off for 29, and it's Steven Adams actually had a good game as well. So it was it's good to see Adams has been decent in the past week.
I enjoyed watching it. Now I haven't enjoyed watching a basketball game for a while. I was watching that Thunder game and I was like, wow, this is fun. So this is what it's like to watch an actual NBA team. Must be nice.
Yeah. Our team is just so good. We got a mix of young players and experienced players, all picked up by Chris Paul. SGA is growing by the game. Dennis Schroeder is 6th man of the year. I don't have to keep saying it. He is 6th man of the year. Gallinari is just an excellent shooter. He doesn't we don't let him run offense that often. He's kind of just if we need him, give him the ball. He'll probably make the shot. He shoots very good percentages. I think he's made 2 threes in most of the games he's played this season. Steven Adams blows hot and cold a lot of the time. But like I said, the past week he's been on fire. Legretztor, one of the best defenders, perimeter defenders in the league. That I've never seen that one play. I was saying about the lack of hustle and effort from Philly. I've never seen one man hustle so much than Legretztor. Every time the ball is just there, he dives on it. He'll trying to get any. We don't get as many steals as we probably should do for a backcourt of Dort, Chris Paul, and SGA. But saying that, Dort got 3 steals against Denver. Steven Adams got 4. So that shows you how good of a that if you look at steals, that shows effort. Dennis Schroeder got 2 steals, Nerlens Noel got 2 steals, Legretz got 3, Adams got 4, Gallinari got 1. It just.
But on Dort, I saw a story about him a couple of days ago. During the draft, 4 teams called him asking, "Are you okay with us picking you in the second round?" And he turned every single one of them down to play for the Thunder.
What a genius, man! Because 14 games in a row he started now,
and
he'll be 15 and 16.
He doesn't look like a rookie. He looks comfortable.
I'm so happy that he plays for us. I'm so happy what he's doing. It's having Terrence Ferguson starting and defending everybody at the start of the season. We've kind of got rid of that because Dort doesn't defend everybody. We kind of just defend positions, and it works for the most part. But Dort just seems where Terrence Ferguson's a bit. He's taller, but a bit weight-wise smaller. He got bullied when we played against the Lakers. LeBron would just absolutely bully Terrence Ferguson. Not a matchup that you'd want. But Dort just seems to just put enough pressure on people. Not to do with Dort, but Chris Paul. I don't know who we were playing, but somebody had a mismatch. A centre was on. It was Dennis Schroeder. A centre was on Dennis Schroeder posting up, and he was backing into him. Dennis Schroeder literally just Euro step behind him and stole the ball, and the centre just didn't have a clue where it was. The amount of times I see our guards beating a centre in the post, defensively, it's just so much fun to watch just defensively. And go back to a couple of years ago when people were calling for Billy Donovan to be sacked. It's not his fault. It was probably Russ's fault. But still love you, Russ. Still my favourite player. Doing great things in Houston. Shout out to Russ. But yeah, that's just the Denver game. It's been an incredible week. We're playing the Spurs, who we've lost twice to already. I think we levelled the season series at 2-2. And the second half was amazing for us. In the third quarter, we outscored them 37-18, and in the fourth, it was 33-30, and we kept the Mad Rosen to 11 points. That's the Le Gret-Dort effect. I mean, Le Gret-Dort put up 15 points. He didn't miss a single shot. 6 of 6, 2 from 3 point. I mean, Stephen Adams put up 21 points. Dennis Schroeder put up 13. We broke a record, or our personal record, for the most players to have double figure points in the game. We had 8 players all over double figures. SGA, Chris Paul, Stephen Adams, Dino Gallinari, Dennis Schroeder, Abdel Nader, Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel had a very good game against Spurs. 5 blocks and 10 points in 16 minutes. I mean, and a steal. Also shot 100%. It was nice to see Diallo come back in as well and play a couple of minutes. Mike Muscala played 4 minutes and scored 7 points. Like, we're not playing him as much. And Isaiah Roby came in for his first minutes, and I mean, he got a rebound, but it's nice to know in the future he will be playing. And it's so much fun to win games. And like when Russ and PG were there, Melo, KD, Harden, we'd win games, and it'd be like, yeah, we should be winning games. It's even better to win games when you shouldn't be winning games.
And you're winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
When was the last time you lost?
To the Spurs, yeah. We lost 2 in a row, but we're winning 4 in a row at the moment. We beat Chicago last night, not 2 nights ago, and I mean, even with Zack Lavine and Kobe White combining for like 72, we won. We're playing very well, and you see Stephen Adams three steals against Chicago, like.
So you kind of set up to win now, but over the next 6 drafts you got 12 incoming picks.
Yeah,
it's a madness. Like, it's not fair. But
because if you think about that now, you think we've got Chris. It's all down to Chris Paul.
I mean, he's like 34 now, so he's gonna.
Yeah, no, but he is mentoring these players. Like, you could see when Dennis Schroeder signed for OKC, he was excited. He was like, his favorite player in the league is Russell Westbrook. He looks up to Russell Westbrook, and you could see the way he was playing, he had like elements of Westbrook. Now you see him playing, and he's got elements of CP3. So does SGA, and I don't know where the defense is coming in from. I don't know who's teaching all these boys defense, but the players just seem they're smarter playing basketball, and that comes from CP3. So with him mentoring SGA especially, and saying for the next like 6-7 years we've got about 15 first-round picks. It's something as crazy. Like, that sounds like a joke, but it is something as crazy as that. Like, CP3 will be well retired by then, but by then SGA will be older, and he'll be mentoring the young boys coming through, because I assume we'll just pick really athletic shooting guards, as we usually do.
Who can't shoot.
Yeah. But Terence Ferguson's got a decent 3-point percentage last season, I'll let you know. Not this season's awful. But yeah, so it's just, I hope Terence Ferguson bulks up in the preseason, becomes like Jason Tate. No,
what?
Just a good, like, Andre Robertson, but
with all your draft picks, you're not going to use every single one of them on taking a place, because you'd have too many rookies. No, you could use that on trading for. Bradley Beal's probably going to be available in the summer.
Giannis.
Reel it back.
In 2 years.
He's a free agent.
Bring him in.
You could, literally, with all your picks, you could possibly trade for most of the players in the league.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Simmons or Giannis, or within reason.
I've been saying it. Bring in Bradley Beal.
But then again, would you want a ball dominant player?
I feel like he'd have to, like we said about Russ, he's not going to go to Houston and change his game. He kind of has. You just have to change your game to join us.
Mm.
Like, you can't go and expect to shoot like 25 shots a game. You have to like be more of a team. Like, Russ is gone, he's not shooting threes anymore. Nobody expected this. So we'd have to tell Bradley Beal, come in. You'll get the majority of the shots, because obviously CP3 will be getting a bit older, probably won't be, he'll probably still play as much as he is next season, but in the next few years, Bradley Beal's shots will be going up.
And one thing with Bradley Beal, Billy Donovan was his coach in college.
Best friends.
Yeah, so
bring him in.
If anyone's gonna change his ball dominant ways, Billy Donovan.
It's big man Billy. But saying that, Billy Donovan wasn't great at changing Russ from being a thing.
But Russ never had that respect, possibly. Bradley Beal is
that was the problem.
Donovan is the only reason Bradley Beal's in the NBA.
Come home, Bradley. Come home. I know you're not from Oklahoma, but come home.
God, Billy Donovan did insane at Florida.
Yeah, that's why he's in the. That's why he's in the NBA.
1996. God, he's 31 when he started. Wow.
Good man. Thanks for your work, Billy Donovan. Thanks for your work. We just spent a half hour talking about basketball. So moving on to teams. Well, we kind of mentioned a little man called Jason Tatum, and one man that has really developed his game to incredible levels over the past 3 years. 2 years ago, he worked in the summer for the whole of the summer with Kobe. Him and Kobe worked on. Are you doing alright?
Yeah, my stomach is rumbling.
Him and Kobe worked all summer on like moves and just trying to make him a better player. He didn't really show it last season.
Because of Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, not his fault. He was playing with the most toxic guy in the NBA. But this season, how well is he playing, Owen?
So to start the season, he each showed glimpses. Like he'd have a 41-point game and then follow up with a 21-point game. He'd have a 30-point game, but follow up with a 12. Since the All-Star break, he's found that consistency. Even before, I'd say since the start of February, where he's consistently averaged 25, 28, 33, 32.
And this is all playing at power forward as well.
Yeah,
a position change this season, and it like so you could say at the beginning of the season he was just trying to get into the new position, playing power forward. It's different to playing small forward. So now he's actually playing consistently at this role.
Over 2 weeks ago, he had a really bad game against Houston. Wait, 15 points on 5 of 15 shooting.
Which is strange because they don't have any big men. You think he's not a big man like per se, but he's big enough to dominate against PJ Tucker.
But since that really bad game, he's had 39 points, 28, 41, 36 and 33. And I know you haven't seen the highlights, but he looks like a proper superstar.
I saw bits of the Lakers game.
Yeah, it looks crazy. Some of his shots are Kobe-like.
Well, over the past 3 games, I think he's shooting like 60% from 3-point and 60% from the field. He's shooting very, very efficiently.
So efficiently.
And it's good to see, because a good young player.
And he's getting to the line, finally. He had 15 free throw attempts against the Lakers. Against Portland, he had 0. I don't know why, but he made a career high 8 3-point shots.
With a dirty step back on Melo.
It was multiple. So to see him grow, like it's hard not to like Boston. Like I used to hate their guts.
I like Boston. I like the whole team.
I don't like their fans or their coach or their GM. But like Tatum.
Don't like Brad Stevens.
No. But like Tatum, I don't know why. Maybe it's because we could have had him, and we messed her up.
I like it.
I like watching him play.
I like him because it reminds me of a bit like that. They show the hustle that I like Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, excellent defensive guards who show, well, especially Smart, shows a lot of hustle. They've got Kemba Walker, who's always been a point guard that I've enjoyed. Gordon Hayward, who's been a player that I've very often called to join OKC, and then Tatum's a great player, and they have Enes Kanter, obviously. Old OKC boy, what is the second half of the Tash Bros. So I'm a big fan of the Celtics team, and I hope they can go far in the playoffs this year.
I don't.
Yeah, but you're not. At this rate, you won't be in the playoffs. To be fair, it'll probably take about 35 wins to get into the playoffs in the East this year. So you'll probably be fine since you've already got more than that.
Yeah, we should get in.
But for the first time this season, OKC have a better record than Philly. How does that make you feel? If we go back to the predictions at the start of the season and see where you placed your, you placed Philly top of the Eastern Conference.
So did you?
No. Yeah, no, I'm talking about you here. What's wrong with my spreadsheet?
What the hell's happening? Let me get it by mine.
That's fine, got it. So we both put Philly at the top of the standings, and I was looking at mine. I don't know what I said. Yeah. So we both put Philly at the top of the East, and I had Thunder in the 12th seed. You had Thunder.
I had Philly in 9th, and.
Yeah. What do you mean? You can't change it now.
I don't know what I'm about.
So no, change it back because we'll be used at the end of the season. So yeah, so we you had Thunder in the 10th. I had Thunder in the 12th, and we both had Philly in the 1st. I mean, what a change that has been from what we have now. Where so you're currently in the 5th seed. Philly are in the. Where are you? 6th seed?
I think we're still 5th.
holding on to it, but you're 36 and 33, and OKC are 36 and what? 36 and 22. What? Yeah, you're 36 and 23. We're 36 and 22. So there's only one game in it, but wow, not top. We're fifth in the West, just above Utah, who have been awful recently. I don't know what's really going wrong with Utah, but let's hope they keep losing. Actually, I don't know who I want in the playoffs. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. I don't care who.
You
we
want
get.
one of the LA teams so you can go watch them.
Yeah, I want one of the LA teams, but I'm kind of just enjoying the ride. I'm not too bothered who we get, but if it has to be somebody, give me the one of the LA teams. Now over this past week, there's always one team that has a load of beef. There's always something going on with one team. It is usually always the rubbish teams. So it's all kicked off at the Cavs.
This was a while ago.
Yeah,
to be fair.
but it's all kind of kicked off now because the coach has stepped down. But what's going on, Owen? Tell us the story.
So basically, when John Beilin first got the job, I feel like most people were like, "This clearly isn't going to work. It makes no sense." He's a 70-year-old man who spent his whole life in college, and now he felt it was the right time to go to the NBA with one of the worst teams in the league. It made no sense. So it was always going to fail at some point, a lot sooner than I thought. But yeah.
I think we both said at the beginning of the season that his system that he plays in college wouldn't work in the NBA.
No,
and it proved it didn't. You
was
can't play
never.
two-ball dominant.
And the way he treated the grown men in the NBA like college players, which again is never going to work.
Especially when you've got Kevin Love there.
And he called them thugs, accidentally apparently. But yeah,
didn't he say he meant to say slugs?
Slugs. But obviously it's not ideal when the Cavs players would be mocking the coach.
You can't call them slugs. Embiid doesn't play for the Cavs.
Ooh, I like it.
You like it?
But yeah,
and he didn't have Drummond at the time either. So they don't have the big sluggish players. It was Tristan Thompson, who's about 2 foot tall, and
to be
Kevin
fair,
Love.
Kevin Love never runs back on the fast break.
Yeah, but he hits corner threes.
Sometimes.
I'm stuck in 2015.
Yes, but yeah, Cavs players would be mocking the Coach Beilin by playing thug songs. It's never ideal when your players are doing that.
Well, not thug songs that
with
contain
thugs.
the word thug,
Yeah.
like Bone Thugs and Harmony and
Yeah.
Young Thug.
Which is very funny. It's very funny.
Very good comedy. Well done, Cleveland boys. Who do we think started that?
Definitely Tristan Thompson.
Who do you think's the comedian? Yeah, probably Tristan.
Maybe J.R. Smith went back to Cleveland.
He's not there.
He might have just popped back in, hey guys, and played a song.
Talking about J.R. Smith, did you see that? I don't know if this was a real quote or not. Oh no. We'll leave it.
If it's on that, 'cause I remember seeing one of the quotes and it was on one of that fake quotes website.
He said he's better than 85% of the players in the league currently.
He might have said that. I don't
He
know.
might have said it. I don't know. It might have been a fake quote. I follow too many meme accounts on Instagram to know if it was a real quote.
One of the Cavaliers players, he said the worst part of the whole situation was the coach not owning up to his mistakes, which is fair enough because you want your coach to be the main leader, and he was kind of he went back on his word. Oh no, I meant to call him slugs.
Slugs, yeah.
Which is still, I guess you could say that's racist because slugs are black.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not racist.
That's pushing. That's something ESPN would do.
Yeah, you're really playing the race card
ESPN
there.
hired me.
Okay.
I know how to get the clicks.
But it shows how bad the situation was from what Drummond said.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact quote, but he said
sent it to me.
The locker room chemistry or heart, like everything was much worse than it was in Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it was better in Cleveland.
No, he said he was better in Detroit. He said he didn't expect. He said he wouldn't re-sign if John stayed
yeah.
because the dressing room atmosphere was way worse than it was in Detroit.
Yeah. So when did they do that?
And he'd been there for about a week when he said that. So it only took him a week to realise that the Cleveland Cavaliers were an awful team.
And
Not just playing basketball, because I could have told you that like years ago, as soon as LeBron left.
Well, I thought they were a bad team, and I watched them last night.
Oh yeah, then
But yeah, since they've gotten rid of Beilin, they've beaten the Heat and they've beaten the Sixers. They've and the Wizards. So they're 3-1 since they fired him. Well, stepped down. But I think I saw a report. They're going to give him a role within the organisation. So they're keeping him on.
Why?
I'm pretty sure. Let me see what role he's getting. So yeah, they're just gonna reassign him to a different role within the organization, which is just why. Just let him go.
Just yeah.
Go back to college.
Bye.
He was so successful in college, so I don't really know why he thought, oh, this would be a good idea to leave.
I bet he was. Don't get many 70-year-old men in college. I bet he was a hit. So moving on to another awful team in the NBA, the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal has dropped 50-plus point games.
Has 2 50-plus point games.
Yeah, what you said.
In back-to-back games, which is the first time a player has done that since Kobe Bryant.
But Kobe won his games.
Probably.
Washington didn't win a single game.
No.
And with the boy scoring 50-plus points.
He did it on the day of Kobe's memorial, so that was a nice touch.
Very nice touch. But that shows you how bad Washington are, where one player can put up 50 and you still lose.
But it's a team sport at the end of the day.
It is a team sport, but that shows you how bad their team is.
Yeah.
Because no one put up higher than 11. Like I said, Bradley, there's a home for you in Oklahoma in the summer. I mean,
I can see it happening.
I can
really see it happening.
Share a house with me. I don't live in
Billy
Oklahoma.
Donovan.
Yeah. Share with Billy. I suppose Billy and the wife will take you in. I assume Billy has a wife. I don't.
He probably does.
Probably.
Yeah.
Come on, Bradley. Come home. Come back with Billy. You can spend weekends in Florida. It's quite a distance to travel. Just have a good time, mate. Just come home and shoot efficiently, but not too much. Don't turn into another Russell Westbrook. I hope you like playing off the bench, because we're not dropping SGA for you, mate.
Oh yeah. Who would you drop?
SGA probably moved to small
Dolph.
forward. SGA moved to small forward. Bradley plays shooting guard. CP3 playing point, or CP3 drops out to the bench and we play SGA at the point. No, SGA's playing small forward at the moment though. So we're playing CP3 at point, Dort's playing shooting guard, SGA playing small forward. So don't have to take anybody out. Dort just comes out. It'll be fine. Just shoot efficiently and join us. Moving on to a good team that are playing bad team. I should have put the word like in there somewhere. Utah Jazz. From the highs of winning, what was it, like 12 on the bounce? No, that was Toronto, wasn't it?
They won a lot of games.
They played pretty good for.
They had a good stretch.
It was when they brought in Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson came in. They started playing really well. But now 4 defeats in a row and they've dropped to the 6th seed below us. Wow, how embarrassing!
They want to make a change, and it was really confusing yesterday. So the Athletic, they announced that the Jazz were going to bench Mike Conley, and then probably about 30 minutes later they said, "Oh no, they're keeping him in the start lineup and they're going to drop Joe Ingles instead."
Who's been playing power forward this season?
Yeah, so. Maybe.
Which is probably the smart move, because with Joe Ingles and that other guy playing small forward.
Royce O'Neal. No, he's not starting. Bogdanovich.
Yeah, that's two, pretty much the
Good
same
shooters.
type of player.
Yeah.
Three-point shooters. So you'd kind of want one of them to be off the bench. And actually bring in a proper power forward.
Do you reckon, when they announced that Conley was coming off the bench, do you reckon he called up the franchise and said, "What are you doing, mate? No, you're not dropping me."
Connolly?
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense to drop Connolly, because that's not really the problem. He might not be playing too well, but dropping your point guard.
So I was looking on the Utah Jazz subreddit, and they said their best lineup is when...
The best place to go.
Yeah, most reasonable takes. They said their best lineup in terms of all the stats is when Donovan Mitchell plays point guard. And they had Royce O'Neal in place of Mike Conley. That's their most lethal...
shooting guard. Moving Bogdanovich to shooting guard. Royce,
positions
forward.
doesn't matter really. They're just on the court.
Well, I played Royce O'Neal at power forward in the Summer League on 2K last year.
That's just your only opinion.
He played like Draymond Green, so
he's nothing like Draymond Green.
No, but on 2K power forward in the Summer League, assists, rebounds, and points, he played very well. So I mean, you can try that if you want. If you want a Draymond Green type player. No. I'm giving my expertise here.
On 2K.
Yeah.
Nice.
2K's realistic.
2K makes Andre Drummond play like Wilt Chamberlain.
To be fair, I get dominated by Cody Zeller every time I play against him. I've got Dwight Howard in my team, and he gets out rebounded by Cody Zeller. It's embarrassing. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's the 2K part of the podcast done. No. I need to get my weekly dosage of 2K in there. So yeah. So do you think this will change anything for Utah? Do you think they'll get them working again, taking Joe Ingles out?
I don't know. I don't really watch much Utah. Like, who cares about Utah?
Good point.
I don't watch
Racist
much of the games.
fans.
Yeah. I don't really watch them.
Not all the fans are racist. Just say the ones that attack Westbrook.
I'm sure everyone got some racist fans.
Yeah, but it always happened when OKC would play Utah. Russ would get abused every single game. So yeah, only that select few, not all of you. Unless you all are openly racist, then all of you. Depends in which way you want to take it. I don't know. But another team with good players and rubbish playing. The Chicago. Getting good at this talking thing. Zach Lavine is balling again, and it's happened quite a lot this season where Zach Lavine and other Chicago players has kind of said things on the court about their coach who stood just next to them, but they're caught on TV and they look at the cameras like, nah, they got me again. It's always Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine, when he caught earlier this season saying, why are we calling a timeout when
was this week.
Yeah, was that still this week?
I think it was 2 or 3 times this week he's been caught saying that.
He, what's the coach called? Jim
Boylen.
Jim Boylen, yeah. Jim Boylen was talking to him when, I think it was the OKC game. Jim Boylen was talking to him as we were shooting 3 throws, and he turned around and said, I've got 40 points.
Did you see his excuse for that? He said he was talking to Dennis Schroeder instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he backed that up with getting the ball from the inbound, shooting from the logo and switching down the 3, so fair play. Say what you want, Zach. Say what you want.
They were down by like 20 points with like 2 minutes left. The game is already done, and Jim Boylen was going to call a timeout. So Zach Lavine ran over to the referee and exaggerated, like, timeout. Like, he's, please call a timeout. It's really funny.
I don't understand what Jim Boylen's doing.
He's trying to set the culture of always trying hard. But like, when you're down by 25 with 10 seconds left, you're not going to win the game.
No, yeah, that's on 2K. That's when I sim. That's when I sim to the end. That's when I sim to the end when.
I can't relate. I never lose. So
no, that's not what I've seen.
Don't call me out like that. You never lose.
I've beat you on 2K.
When?
Remember when we had that blacktop game?
What's that record? Like, I got like 10 wins. You got 1.
Yeah, I think I won twice. Remember when you got drafted bad players on blacktop?
Yeah. I knew I had.
And I Dennis Schroeder didn't miss a shot.
Rude.
I played with OKC quite a lot. But yeah, what's going on at Chicago?
It's they coach. It's like the Sixers. They got a bad coach with a bad GM and a bad owner. But we're lucky to have good players, and they got bad players.
Whoa. Zach Lavine is a good player.
That's one good player.
Kobe White?
No, he's had 3 good games all season in the last 3 games.
Can't think of another Chicago player, so yep. Yeah, you're right. Mahimi?
Mahim, he plays for the Wizards.
Does he?
Does he play for the Wizards?
He
does play for the Wizards.
Who cares? 2 rubbish teams. Zach Lavine, just like Bradley Beal, if you want a home in Oklahoma in the summer, I'll happily accept you. You're welcome. You can share a house with Billy Donovan. You don't have the same relationship. That'd just be weird, really, wouldn't it?
That would be weird.
You can't share a house with me. I don't live in Oklahoma. That somebody, I assume somebody would. I'll move to Oklahoma with you.
Chris Paul would allow him.
Yeah. I'll move to Oklahoma if you need a flat, mate. But you'd have to pay rent. You make a lot more money than I do, Zach. Yeah, so just get out of Chicago, basically. Just leave. Go anywhere. Just somewhere nice. Somewhere where you can actually play basketball. That's the problem. Everybody always says, like Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Zach Lavine, Cat, Booker. It's like these players that need to get out of their teams because they're
Did they say that about Trae Young?
I don't know why I put Trae Young in there. I was thinking about it. I don't know why I said Trae Young. Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Dots.
Any Knicks player.
Yeah. It's like they need to leave that team because they're too good to play for them and they're actually a declining team. But like, if all those players went to good teams, it wouldn't work for the good teams, and the worst teams would be really bad. So they need to be bad players on bad. They need to be good players on bad teams.
Look at Kemba Walker from last season, where he finally left the Hornets to go to a good team, and it's worked out for him.
Yeah, but all the players like Cat, Booker, Zach Lavine, Bradley Beal, they can't all go.
Why don't they just all team up and create
super team,
the best 40-win team ever?
Go to Seattle, give Seattle a basketball team again. Yeah. They probably deserve one. There's quite a big state without a sports team. They don't have an NFL team, do they? Do they?
Seahawks, one of the best in the league.
Oh, I thought they didn't have one.
No, they do have one.
Oh. I don't know anything about NFL. Yeah, go on. It's quite a top heavy. I don't know if Cat goes as well. It's a decent team there. Beal,
Yeah,
Booker,
it'd be a good
Zack, Lavine, Cat. Get power forward from somewhere. Decent team. Do it. They've probably got enough money if they all chip in together.
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah. Who's paying the contracts? Maybe it won't work. It'll work. Just give it a go.
I'm sure they can find some dodgy Russian.
It's better than doing what you're doing now, boys.
Yeah.
Moving on to another team
Another
full
one?
of rubbish players who are playing rubbish. But we're not talking about the team this time because Malik Monk has joined the team.
He's a new member.
He's a new member of the drug squad. Yeah, drug squad. Malik Monk has been suspended. We don't know how many game suspension he's been given so far.
I don't know what drugs he did either.
And yeah, there's no information
If
as
he
of
did
yet.
PEDs, they obviously didn't work.
No, because he's still rubbish.
Yeah, he still averages 10 points a game on bad efficiency.
You said this is a good move for them to tank. I said they would tank with him anyway, so
Yeah.
they'd probably tank better with him than without him. But yeah, welcome Malik to the drug squad.
We're not a part of it.
No, we're not a part of it. But Aiton, John Collins, Dion Waiters, J.R. Smith. J.R.'s in there anyway.
There's probably other men. OJ Mayo, he's been suspended for 2 years.
Was he?
Yeah, for drugs.
Oh, Mayo. I thought you were talking about OG Anunoby. I was like, oh, no, not my Anunoby.
Tyreek Evans is in it.
Tyreek Evans.
Who else?
No, not Harrison Barnes.
Michael Beasley's probably done some
Michael
weed.
Beasley. Okay, we can't allegedly. Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
He's definitely in there. He's come out and said he used to smoke before every game, so he's definitely in there.
Al Harrington has his own weed business.
He's definitely in there. Welcome to the drug squad.
He's the team captain.
Yeah. Nothing.
Delonte West, he's on the streets of...
Okay, no. Okay. Too far. So, Malik, welcome to the drug squad. We'll talk about it next week when more information comes out. But he's in the door. He's knocking on the door. He's going, hey guys, can I come in? Nobody's answering because they're all on drugs.
We just need to find out which drugs he's done. And
Yeah.
if it's good enough.
If he's good enough to get into the
Are you
drug
hardcore
squad.
enough?
Yeah. Are you John Collins enough? Now, a feature that we've dropped for a couple of weeks because nothing's going on, but Rookie Watch returns. Clapping's coming like a big thing to this podcast. We clap a lot. Rookie Watch returns, and because rookies are playing well, rookies are doing basketball and they're doing it good. Finally, it's taken them. We're in February. It's taken them a while, but they're doing it. What's Zion been up to?
Well, he's doing good.
Rookie Watch, yeah.
He's as I said, doing very, very, very good. He's the third teenager in NBA history to average 25 points over 5 consecutive games. I think Luka did it last year.
History maker.
I
I'd assume LeBron's another one that did it.
I got the stat up. I don't think LeBron did it.
What?
Yeah, shocking.
King James.
Where is the stat?
The self-proclaimed King James.
So Luka did it last year, and Carmelo Anthony.
Baller.
Yeah.
Okay, so doesn't mean anything basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
I mean, you never know. I mean, he's on a bad team and still losing, so.
Yeah, but
I still feel good about our prediction of him being Julius Randle with athleticism. I'm very confident with that.
yeah, but a player which I said would be a baller at the beginning of the season.
It's finally happening.
Has done nothing since. I was right. I'm claiming it. You'll do nothing to the end of the season, but I'll take 3 games in an 82 game season. Kobe White, 30 plus point games 3 times in a row. There's a lot easier way of saying that, but I went around it. I went all the way around. But what a player! He's looking like a basketball player. Briefly, because he probably won't keep it up to the end of the season.
Oh no!
But it's good to see in a rookie season just like touches of quality, and he's showing touches in 3 games. There was a 33-point game, a 30-point game, and a 35-point game. I mean,
you got to watch one. Or did you watch that game?
I didn't watch that game.
Ah,
I thought
you missed it.
I needed an early night. It'd been a rough weekend with sleeping, so I was like, Chicago will win this. Woke up to a 2-point victory. Watched the highlights and very happy in the 4th quarter. But yeah, I'm glad to see him kicking back and doing basketball. Another player that you said, okay, your description of this player was scuffed Kyrie Irving and James Harden.
By that, I mean, He's got like the Harden step back, like do you know the way Harden like layup? He's got all that in his
Never watched James Harden play basketball.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, he has similar mannerisms of James Harden, but he's also quick and has really good handles like Kyrie. So when I messaged you saying that about Kevin Porter, did we even say Kevin Porter Jr.?
No, we didn't mention his name.
Yeah, so Kevin Porter Jr. from the Cavs. He's been on a really good stretch of games, averaging like maybe 15 plus points over the last
Put up
15
30
games.
points in the game against the game they played
Balling.
before Philly.
So when he played against Philly, he had an incredible start of the game. No one could defend him. So that's when I messaged you.
He had like 5 points and like 3 assists.
Yeah, so I said, oh, he's amazing. Like he's got this confidence about himself. And then he did nothing for the rest
Didn't
of
get a
the game.
single point. He got 1 more rebound and 2 more assists, but not a single rebound.
I didn't watch the second
single
half because I
point.
turned it off because I was not very happy.
Crying.
So I don't know how he played.
But not very good, I assume.
But he, like you said, shown glimpses in your rookie season. Kevin Porter Jr. has shown so many glimpses, and he's going to be a good player. But it's just a shame that he's with the Cavs.
Yeah, you can say that about a lot of players though.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Love, free Kevin Love. He's a good player, but not as good as Michael Porter Jr.
Okay, that's random, but yeah, you're probably right.
He's got the same name, really, haven't they?
Yeah. Are they brothers? No.
No, far from it. Really, they couldn't look like in a basketball terms. They couldn't be look less far.
Rap guard.
They couldn't look.
Someone
They couldn't look less more far. I don't care. They look really different, right? They look really different. They're different players. One plays for Denver, one plays with the Cavs, and they don't look anything like each other. Rookie watch. There you go. Shout out to the rookies. Yeah, when you were saying that he's like Kemba and Harden, I thought you were Kyrie and Harden. I thought, what, he's really toxic and shoots really inefficiently, but no. Which actually it was a bit like your second half.
I don't know. I don't know if he shot much.
Oh, let's have a look. For this joke to work, he shot 2 from 6. So he didn't
That's
make
not too bad.
Well, he didn't make another shot from after he made the first 2.
Yeah.
Team of the week. 5 players from the teams that play in the NBA that have played better than everybody else that played in the NBA over a 7-day period, or since the All-Star game stopped. This is the All-Star
This
break.
is the first one since the All-Star break.
Yeah. So it actually has kind of just been a week.
Yeah.
We've got the same players in the guard position. So Kobe White and Bradley Beal, we spoke a lot about them. I mean, both.
That's good.
What did you drop? Not that.
I thought it was like a spider.
Yeah. Like we said, Kobe White 330 you say it.
So Kobe White had 3 games where he scored over 30 points, and for a rookie, that's a good feat. 2 more games and he joins that club with Zion, Luka, and Carmelo.
He'll make his own club with
Maybe.
with
I
the 30.
don't know if Carmelo
If he does 2 more 30 games, he'll make his own club.
Possibly. And then Bradley Beal, yes, he lost a lot,
He lost every game.
but he put up a lot of points.
He put a
That's all that
big man
matters.
points.
So my first forward was Chris Middleton. He had a 40-point game. He tore us apart, and he's averaged 29 points since the All-Star break.
Oh, was the 40 point against you?
No,
Oh.
he had 29 against us. But just a solid week. I think since the All-Star break, he's averaging more points than Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis
So,
has kind of
that's a big
slowed
thing.
down recently.
He doesn't have to score, does he? They're going to
No.
win anyway.
Yeah, great player though. So, well, I've got the same forward as... No, not Middleton, but the next player. Anyway, Jason Tatum.
What a player.
Like we said, he's taken the Kobe influences from 2 seasons ago, and he's letting them fly.
And he's playing with the Kobe forearm band as well.
He is.
A purple one as well.
Never take it off, brother.
Never
Never
take it
take it off.
Averaging almost 35 points per game. 8 rebounds.
Playing very good.
Very, very good.
I've gone for AD. Lakers playing well. Still top of the West. Not doing anything bad. Averaging like 4.3 blocks per game over the past 4 games, which is pretty mental.
Standard stuff, really.
Yep, standard for AD, but still pretty mental. When Zion's supposed to be this big block maker and he's averaging 0.8 over the past like 4 games. So AD, good player.
And then my centre. So basically, let me preface this
I
by
think
saying...
you might have bipolar. From what we were talking about at the beginning, from what you've come to at this point.
Let me explain. So basically, going for team of the week, if somebody drops a new career high, instantly that's like, well, that's a big thing. And Embiid dropped a career high. you know. So that's why I put. And look, he's averaging 35 points and 14 rebounds. That's good. That's quite high. Let's put him in points per game since the All-Star break. He's 5th. You can't deny he's had a good week.
I'm just not a fan.
He just had a bad game against Milwaukee, but apart from that, 39 points against the Nets and 49 against Atlanta. It's solid. Like,
Well, pity's injured.
maybe we'll win now.
No, definitely no. He's going to get you He's going to score more than 10 points.
Shake.
No, fair enough. Shake Milton, get 20.
No
That's it.
shake.
So I went first, Stephen Adams.
No, I think that's a bit sus.
Finally, this season, I mean, he's had a good run in the team over the past week, scoring points, getting rebounds, which you'd expect him to, but with the players around him, he's never done that with his career because he's not been allowed to. And steals as well, surprisingly. I mean, there's a game we got 4 steals, game we got 3 steals. I mean, you wouldn't expect the big man to be getting steals, but everybody just working hard.
I wouldn't know what that looks like.
Yeah, just watch more of our games.
Yeah, it probably should.
We played
Did we
tonight.
play each other? I think we played all our games.
Yeah, we've played each other twice, haven't we? It's 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, we're on tonight. Watch us.
No, Philly are playing tonight. This might be one of the only games we win. We're playing Knicks at home. We should win.
But no Embiid and Simmons.
I don't get... Like, play Norval Pell. We should win. It's the Knicks.
So, player of the week. I went for Tatum and AD.
I went for Tatum, and my team was all players in the East.
Yeah, but players do play for the... Pick one player from the West.
But there's none on my team.
No, I know there's none in your team, but you know players of the West.
Let's have a little gander.
Don't say Harden. don't say Harden.
Andrew Wiggins, well done. You lost 4 games. You won a tank, and you're doing exactly that. So well done to you. 18
points per game. Well done, Andrew Wiggins. Shooting
40% from 3.
pretty good. 45
92% from the line.
Ah,
What a week.
can't wait till Steph comes back. Oh yeah,
A -11 plus minus.
Steph's back on Sunday.
Yeah.
Steph's back in a few days.
They should still get the best odds for the number 1 pick because they're so far behind everyone else.
But they probably still won't get it. Pelicans probably get the first pick again.
Maybe.
Probably. So, yeah, next week we'll talk about how Steph Curry put up 80 points in his first game against Washington. That's who he's back for. Back for the Washington
be a win.
game.
It's a nice, easy game to start with.
Yeah, nice 40 points. Go on, predict. How many points do you think you'll get?
I'm going to go for 28 points on, 5 of 14 shooting from 3.
I say he's gonna score 35 and Wiggins is gonna score 30 and they're gonna blow them out.
I'm gonna go for Wiggins with 12
Donkey
points.
triple double.
Donkey.
Donkey with the finals triple doubles.
Single, 999.
The triple doubles he put up in the NBA finals of a few years ago, 32 points,
Did he do
14 rebounds,
Oh my
and
God.
you go to the where Cavs won it. The season Cavs won it. Donkey had some crazy triple doubles.
This one. 32, 15 and 9.
Yeah.
How do you even remember that?
Because I watched back the highlights a few weeks ago.
Right, fair enough.
I was watching the game again.
Before that game, he did have 6 points.
Don't
9
look
points, and 8
back.
points.
Don't look back.
He was also suspended.
32 game points from Draymond Green.
He made 6 3-point shots.
Exactly.
What relevance does this have to the podcast?
Nothing. Bring back that Draymond Green. Well, that wraps up that. That's this week's episode done. Next week we'll talk about more basketball. I assume, unless basketball's cancelled.
Due to the coronavirus.
No.
We never know.
No, let's hope not. Let's make basketball the last thing we cancel. Let's keep that going when we're all dying at home.
Just keep cancelling celebrities. Don't cancel basketball.
Yeah. Yes, keep basketball.
Yeah.
Let's keep it's good. We can all agree.
Well, not for me.
No.
But yeah.
Just watch OKC.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Post Up Podcast. I forgot to say as well, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I don't know what's called. iTunes. Hey, we've made it. We're big time now. We're on everything. Go and watch us everywhere. You know where to find us. Cheerio.